25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, Jackson being chased out left. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6.
The extra point is good.
Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Steps away to his left. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time, and it's 3rd down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And his guys will take over at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Chubb, the Browns.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield off the play fake. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Score Browns 21, Ravens nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the...
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
The score, Browns 21, Ravens 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Mayfield on play action. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
12.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Complete to David.
First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a 1st down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the 1st. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So on the big tight end, Holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without Holding.
Following the penalty, Chubb finding some room in midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Chubb on the counter. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. That is caught at the 7. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll run with Chubb. And the Browns are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at him with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop him.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. David Njoku, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to take.
A sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
At the 41-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. 7 yards on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
2 yards on the.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal. It's some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the Browns' 2-yard line.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. He's got it, and the score's now 27-14.
Makes the score Browns 27, Ravens 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. First down, Mayfield. They're bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Mayfield looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Throwing on second and long. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
Odell Beckham on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns add on to their lead.
His kick is good.
And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Browns 34, Ravens 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened He did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
The gain of 7. Brings up second.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. They almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. Third and short yardage. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
After the interception, here's Jackson rolling to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. J.K. Dobbins, the one he was looking for. But it'll be second down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. And now here is another interception. Able to get there and pick it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
14.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 15.
Jackson's pass intercepted by the Browns. They'll take over.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 39. And Hopkins' kick is good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Now Chubb, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
On the carry.
No gain on the play there, second down.
Line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is,
this is caught inside the 15. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory.
Baltimore Ravens.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
These were the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Complete.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
17 yards.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Jalen Ferguson.
It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Gets it to Gabriel on the jet sweep. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. He may try and run for this. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This time, Jackson will throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. They'll roll him out right. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And now here's another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Intercepted by the...
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And out across midfield down to the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Another carry.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. I'll tell you, he got away with it there. Pops up okay, but got to be careful in the running game.
You certainly do. And these young quarterbacks, these rookies, I remember talking to Carson Wentz his rookie year. And he said, yeah, but when I take off and go, I kind of have a running back mentality. And I'm like, yeah, but you're a quarterback. That's what they pay you for. Have that mentality, but know at the end of the play, protect yourself.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They go with Chubb on second down. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
4th down.
Doug Peterson going to roll the dice here. They will go for it on 4th down. And on the ground they go with a running back. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Brown. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Raven. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
2nd and 4. He's going to keep it again. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. And it's caught. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown.
Minus 57, 57's right. Come on. Kill.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
No gain.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.